Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sam. I'm a GP. Welcome to my mental health presentation today. Today's topic is on love, marriage, and family. As usual, before I begin my presentation, I want to quickly show my disclaimer. I will now begin my presentation with a quick discussion on falling in love. So, when two people meet, when they are attracted to each other, there are actually a few features that make someone attractive or attracted to someone else, whether they know it consciously or unconsciously. The first one, obviously, is physical attraction. We have been there, we have done that when we see someone really stunning, beautiful, and attractive, and we immediately start to feel a crush on them. So, this is what I call physical attraction. However, not everyone is physically attracted to someone very easily. Other people will look for other criteria or other quality. For example, some women will look for abilities in a man, such as a hardworking man or a man that is very intelligent or smart in his area of profession or interest. Other people will look for more personal qualities or values, such as being kind, caring, considerate, or being responsible. Still, other people might look for common interests, such as interest in sport, music, art, science, or travel. And obviously, there are other people too that will look for wealth as a criteria when they choose to like someone or not. And this is understandable if someone, need to have a strong sense of security or is looking for a good quality of life. Obviously, when two people meet, no one will say that I love you because you are ugly, poor, with millions of debt. You are lazy. You are useless in your area of profession, or have extremely different values from me. No. So, we all try to look for good qualities, at least subjective good qualities that we find good enough for us to feel attracted to when we look for a partner. And we obviously will not look for the following negative criteria when we look for a potential partner. Therefore, love is not unconditional. Love is always conditional, whether we know it or not. And it is based on the subjective values and perceptions of the person looking at it. As the saying goes, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Okay, now that we have discussed briefly about love, I shall move on to a case study. So I've got Mr. X, a 42-year-old male, and Mrs. Y, a 43-year-old lady. They present with marital issue. So the problems are that they are frequently arguing. And they are both very stressed from all sorts of issues in life. So at home, there is always demonstration of anger. There's always swearing. And there are always cold wars going on. And the atmosphere at home has always been very intense. We all know that life is not easy. Indeed, life is very challenging. There are money problem, there are housework problem, there are children problem, there are alcohol problem, and there are also problems from the in-laws. And this can lead to cheating problem, and therefore can lead to relationship and family breakdown. However, we have to keep in mind that the grass is not always greener on the other side. This is especially true if your partner has been a true love and you got married because you have loved each other very much. So, looking for another true love is not the solution here. The same problem will likely recur in a future relationship. It is actually more constructive and it is more courageous to face and solve the problem as a couple together. You see, life is very challenging and can be very hard. Life out there is hard enough. At work, we have to please our boss. We have to please our customers. And in society general, there are many regulations to follow, many bills to pay, tax to pay, and at times, in worst situation, illness to manage. If you think seriously, the minimum we can do as a good husband or a good wife is to make life easier for your partner and your family. So every word that you say, every act that you do, should actually be aimed at working towards a common life goal for you and your family. Either financial improvement, psychological well-being and happiness, or a demonstration of commitment and responsibility to your children, and being good role model to the next generation of children that we are bringing up. If you have marriage problem, here is how you can take the first step to save your marriage. Number 1, be respectful. This begins with the tone of voice you speak to your partner, and obviously the content of the words you use is equally important. The second thing is through your action. You have to work hard to help your partner to alleviate the financial and physical workload that she has got to handle, he or she has got to handle where possible. And the third thing to do is to be caring. We always take our partner for granted. That is where failure begins. So it is very important that on an everyday basis, we take time to ask our partner, are you okay? Is there anything that I can do to help? These tender, caring words will touch your partner's heart and help to maintain and nourish your relationship with each other. Also, if there is any problem, try to speak to positive family members who are supportive in helping you resolve differences, and avoid people who are adding fuel to the fire. And lastly, if you think that you cannot handle marital issue yourself, try to come to speak to your GP or your psychologist. In summary, life out there is challenging hard enough. As a truly loving couple and as a family, one should try to say words and do things that make life easier for each other. It is a two-way reciprocal relationship that requires continual emotional investment. And remember, no one is perfect. You are not perfect, and your partner is not perfect too. No one will ever be perfect, no matter how hard they try. But we can help each other to improve on our weaknesses, and at the same time, to learn from the strength of each other, so that together as a family, we grow together as a team and be able to bring up our children to be the best that they can be. Thank you very much for watching my video presentation. If you like my presentation, please kindly subscribe and share. Again, stay alive, stay safe, and stay healthy. Thank you. Take care and have a nice day.